Hi, my name is Parker Ashurst, and this is a recording of a No Sweat Chair Yoga live class. These free Zoom classes are available live 3 days a week. Your first workout, safety, YFN SW1. You probably just want to get started, but there are a few basic things you need to know for your safety and convenience. Here are some rules that keep you safe and give you the best results. Take it easy until you are familiar with how an exercise fits your body. Pay attention to what your body feels. Move slowly. Don't do anything that hurts. Don't do anything that feels uncomfortable. If you feel pain or discomfort during a workout, you need to find a way around it so you can keep moving. If you're taking painkillers, you will need to be very careful, since your body may not be able to warn you with discomfort or pain. In any case, you should always consult your physician before undertaking any new exercise program. Although it is nearly impossible to hurt yourself by doing no-sweat yoga properly, it is quite likely that you may discover and heal existing muscle injuries you did not know you had. Attempting any no-sweat yoga exercise acknowledges agreement with our terms and conditions. They can be reviewed at our website, yournosweatyoga.com. And it just reminded me that we do a lot of good core work without talking about it much. So even when you start out with how tall can you sit and how deep can you breathe, you're doing core work. Particularly if you hold it, that's core work. And then if you relax a moment and then take another inhalation and lift your head towards the ceiling, lift your chest towards the ceiling. And hold that. You can feel your core working in there, can't you? Around your tummy. Rib cage starting to get ready to join in. And then exhale, and next time lift your head, your chest, and your rib cage towards the ceiling. And it may even be a little hard to breathe because you're restricting the movement of your diaphragm, which is part of your core. And then release. Let's do warm up of the core with moving bottom rib cage and any kind of emotion that you like. As soon as you get settled in, try to do it without moving your head or your hips. And pause and go back the other way. And the variation on that is to lift your shoulder up and try to stick it in your ear. And then lift the other shoulder and try and stick it on your ear. And how much higher can you lift that shoulder on the first side? And how much higher on the second side? Let's work the other set of core muscles and lift them both at once. And the exhalation, press your shoulders down, keep your chest lifted. And then gently turn your head to one side, sit nice and tall. And then turn your head to the other side. Sit nice and tall. Then check your sitting bones to make sure you got equal pressure on both of them as you turn at the waist. And the chest and the shoulders, and take a peek over your back shoulder. And going back the other way. And just for fun, put your hand on the inside of your knee. and turn the other way. Press gently into that knee, press back with that thigh. Sit tall, equal pressure on both sitting bones. Turn the waist to chest and the shoulders. And switch to the other side. And come on forward. This time go ahead and grab the opposite knee, grab the back of the chair, sit tall. Pull your navel in as you turn at the waist, the chest, and the shoulders. Tug gently with your hands. Look over your back shoulder. Try to pull your navel in the direction you turn. When I do that, I can actually feel my waist slipping in my hands as it moves in that direction. And turn and go the other way. And then release. And another simple core thing we've been doing, but not for a while, is to scoot back in your chair, sit nice and tall, and as you exhale, press your upper back into the chair. And after a breath or two, release. And then lean back and press the middle of your back into the chair. And it's amazing the different muscles that go off, right? Tickle your jawbone. After a few breaths, release. And press the bottom of your back into the chair. Lower back into the chair. I'm digging my toes in. And release, and the perfect chance to lean back and look at the ceiling. And then bring your head up to neutral position. Lift your chest and tip forward. Come down comfortably. If you have glaucoma or circulatory issues, always keep your head above your heart. And come on back up again. And since it's so frigid here anyway, Judy's got obviously a warmer place to deal with than we do. And press in on the outside of your knees and press back with your hands. And then put your hands on the inside of your knees and press out as you press back with your thighs. And one more time. And then on the inside. So twists are good for working on your core. And that's one of the reasons we do all these different twists, like leaning forward and putting your elbow on your knee, grabbing the back of the chair, lift your chest, and turn your torso and head towards the ceiling. Gentle pull with your hand, gentle push with your elbow. And still pull your navel in and pull it in the direction you're turning. And switch the other side. And let's get back to the shoulders. Let's put your hand on the shoulder. Take it wide. Lift your chest. Bring them together in front. You can. Wide again. Bring them together and cross over. Take them wide. Bring them together and cross over the other way. Take them wide. Move your elbows in a circle. And back the other way. Hope these work for you, Judy. And then take them forward. Take your elbows in a circle. Back the other way. And then the trickier one is running your hands down your back and lifting your elbows towards the ceiling. And reach up as high as you can. And then raise one side more. Oh yeah, we haven't done that one for a while. I can feel that. And the other side. And one more time. So you can't extend without strengthening, and you can't extend without lengthening. That's why doing both at once is so cool. And then lift both elbows as high as you can get, and then run your hands farther down your back, look up at the ceiling. See if you can keep your forearms against your head. And then gently come up and forward and unrelease your arms. Either lean forward and do a double elephant trunk, or just press your palms towards the floor, lift your chest or your shoulders back and rotate your hands. And that'll pretty much put your shoulders back where you got them. Well, that feels pretty good. Got warmer here. Haven't done anything with the legs yet. Let's do that standing. So how about sumo? Feet wide apart, knees wide apart, hands on your knees. Press down your hands and feet. Come on up. And you can rock one side to the other with your knees bent. You have your hand on your thigh, and you probably feel your quads getting all active there. And you can lift your elbows out to the side. This must be zombie pose or something. And raise your forearms up parallel to the floor. Hopefully 90-degree angle at your elbows. And then up. You can drop one arm down. Try to get that elbow back up and the shoulder down. Oh yeah, sure. All night. And then switch the other way. Elbow up, shoulder down. Wow. Up. And then release your arms and straighten up. Get behind your chair. And stand on one foot. Straight the other leg in a circle. Just start out with relaxing the leg. See if you can hang on to the chair with one finger. Put some balance work in. And go back the other way. And then stand on the other leg. Relaxed rotations. And back the other way. Now go back to standing on the first leg, and this time reach out as far as you can with your heel and turn your foot back. And then press out as far as you can with your toe. Rotate the heel back. And trade feet. First, reach out through the heel and put back and forth. And point your toe. Turn the heel back. Release. And then swing your leg up in front, straight, as far as you can raise it straight. As far back as you can straight. And switch the other leg. Keep the standing leg straight and sweeping legs straight. Give yourself a little space so that you can sweep one leg out to the side and then come across. One way of imagining this is you've got a piece of chalk between your big toe and pointer toe. You're trying to draw a smile on the wall in front of you. Or just sweep your leg back and forth. Try to keep it straight. Keep a straight smile. And switch the other leg. When the legs are nice and warmed up, get square behind your chair. Step back a bit. We're going to do a squat. So start out with legs straight. And then bend your knees a bit. Chest lifted. Think about sitting down. Now I would take your feet a little bit apart. Turn down the toes to 45-degree angle. And then slowly lower yourself down to actually sitting on an imaginary chair. And then if you can continue on down after that, wherever you go, to get your stretch. It's funny, it's getting easier and easier to get stretches these days. Pamela said, I wish I could agree. I mean, easy in the sense that I can get to a stretch very quickly. I'm tightening up. This gift of old age. And you can rock your weight back and forth, one foot to the other. And when you're ready to come up, you can work your hands up the chair in front of you. Sure to lift your butt first. Straighten your legs, and then use your hands to help protect your lower back as you come up. And then raise one leg straight out behind you, and you can turn your hips up sideways if you want. Try to get everything horizontal. Good luck, depending on how long your hamstrings are. And then switch to the other side. Go back to standing on the first leg. And as you take that leg straight out behind you, try not to lift your hips out. Keep your hips facing parallel to the back of the chair. So you're not going to go up as high. And you can extend one arm. Opposite arm's good. You're going to reach out as you lift behind. And if you get tired of that, you can go ahead and turn your hips out. Feel like you can go down farther. And do the same on the other side. This is a classic core move. And then bend your knee and lift the leg up behind you. Try to keep your hips parallel to the back of the chair. Actually, we'll do both of them this time. And switch feet, switch legs. Standing legs straight, raise your knee any amount you can. And since we've got this death grip on the back of the chair, try and see what happens when you lift your knee and then lift it out to the side And take it as far around as you can behind you. That should get you some hip muscles that haven't been activated for a while. And then switch and try the other side. And come on back around. That's a pretty good one. And then the next one in this series is where you pick up the foot and take the heel towards your butt. And then raise your knee any amount you can. And that really works those sitting muscles. And then switch to the other side. What? Muscles around your knee? Yeah. Wherever they need it, they'll show up. And then release back down again. Wasn't that fun? And then let's go back to circular sweep. Relax leg. And back the other way. And switch to the other foot. Sweep the other leg. Back the other way. Now we got our legs all warmed up. Let's do a little balancing. So step on top of the other foot. See if you can do that without hanging onto the chair as much. So if you've been hanging on with two hands, see if you can do it with one hand. If you've been hanging with one hand, see if you can do it with one finger. If you've been hanging on with one finger, see if you can hold the finger off the chair. This is your basic balance effort. The more you focus on your feet, normally the better the balance is. The more you get really present with feeling that standing leg is strong, easier it gets. And then switch the other foot on the bottom. And then go back to 2 feet on the floor. And then pick up one leg and see if you can put the heel on top of your knee. Or heel all the way up to the top of your thigh, if that works for you. Hang on to the chair with one hand or both hands or one finger or no fingers, or an occasional tap. And you try a low namaste or half a namaste if you only have one hand free. A high namaste. Arms apart for branches. And then back up to high namaste. And a low namaste. And release. We're going to do the other side. I was just going to mention that normally when I release, I get the foot pretty straight down. I was just showing off there to say that I was still balanced. Was. So part of the art of yoga is making sure that as you're about to fall out of a position that you execute gracefully, make it look intentionally. So switch to the other side. Low namaste. High namaste. Arms apart for branches. And namaste. Low namaste. And then release.
Surprisingly, on my right foot, I'm actually balanced for a few moments. It's getting better. How about a virtual hula hoop? And back the other way. And sit down again. Feels good, huh? I thought we'd do some whole series of posture things today. Hard to keep up with that. So the simplest one is to just sit back in your chair and press both elbows as far back as you can get. It's supposed to be on the diagonal anyway. Lift your chest, take a look at the ceiling. Oh yeah. And then come up. And you can take your elbows towards each other and your hands come apart, but it's more the elbows coming together than your hands coming apart. Try to tuck them behind the chair. And you can't do that in any way, just put your elbows against the sides of the chair and pressing them, lift your chest. Then come on forward, put your hand on your knee, reach around behind your back. See, oops, go the other way. Is that the way to go? Yeah, that's right. Grab your upper arm and then pull that arm out, the arm that's grabbed out, and help drag the other arm around behind you, get farther across behind your back. And put the free hand wherever it goes, on your hip, on your thigh. Lift your chest, and as you slide your hand forward, turn your chest, shoulders, and head away from your hand on your thigh. Lean back any amount you can. Take a look at the ceiling. Well, that gets that shoulder, boy, doesn't it? Wow. And looking in the ceiling in this is new, and it makes a difference. And then switch to the other side. Reach back across. You can grab the wrist on the other side. Looks like this. And pull it before you even put your forearm, upper arm in the hand. And once you've got a hold of your arm, you can take the grabbed arm and pull it out to the side to help pull your arm across. And then turn the other way. Sit tall, equal pressure on both sitting bones. Lean back and take a look at the ceiling. And then gently release. And that's a really good example of how you can take what can be a very simple exercise and find an edge there for yourself where you get more out of it. And you can work the edge and keep getting more out of it. All right, so next one is both arms behind your back, palms on the chair. And lean back and look at the ceiling. Wiggle if it feels good. Palms against the chair. Come forward and figure out how to swap top for bottom. Do it again. And come on forward. From here, it's pretty easy to grab your elbows, probably easier than ever before because we've already done some stretching in the shoulder. If it's too easy for you, try grabbing the opposite sides of the chair. But you get arm congestion problem in the back there. You can work it out. And then lift your chest, Look at the ceiling as you lean back. And keep the grip the same on the chair, your elbows as you bring your head forward with your chest lifted and look at the floor. And bring your head up. And switch top for bottom and the arms behind your back. Lift your chest, pull your shoulders back, sit nice and tall, equal pressure on both sitting bones, and then turn your head to look over one shoulder. Try to get your chin over your shoulder. That keeps your head straight up and down so you don't just tip your head. When you get out there, feel free to nod your head, shake your head, move your nose in a circle or figure eight. Whatever feels good to your neck. And then gently turn around the other side. Look over the other shoulder. Once you get resistance, nod your head, shake your head, lift one ear, the other ear, it feels good. And look straight forward. Gently release your arms. Been stretching them for quite a while now, so there's some circulation problems in there we're going to fix. So press your fingers towards the floor, palms towards each other, thumbs forward. Sit tall, equal pressure on both sitting bones, and slowly sweep your arms up in front of you. Pause at shoulder height. Try to press your hands away from your neck. Draw your neck back from your hands. Really reach out through those fingers. And then take your arms up and overhead. Watching the space between them. You lean back and your arms go back. Oh boy. And then when you're ready, take your arms a bit apart so you can continue to lower them behind you. Looking at the ceiling. And then when you get the arms behind you and straight and get your hands towards each other, thumbs forward, palms towards each other. And then raise your arms any amount you can back there. Lift your chest and look at the ceiling. And release and relax a moment. And then turn your palms around so they face out and thumbs face point back. Straighten your arms and raise them again. And take a look at the ceiling. And release. Sit up and bring your arms in some small circles to the side, relaxed arms. Or if you need to, lean forward and do elephant trunks. And go back the other way. This was a cool class. Now we got to take care of those quads. So it's half off the side of your chair. Means commuting to having only one sitting bone on the chair seat. Pick up your knee and grab your ankle. Can't do that, grab a belt that you can use to help reach down there. And point the knee down as you pull up on the ankle. If that doesn't work for you, as some knees and hips won't put up with that, you can try putting the top of your foot on the floor and pushing it back as far as you can. That'll get you some stretch. If you want more, you can cup your toes in the palm of your hand or put your foot on the back of the chair. Lift your chest, bring the hip forward on that side, press the knee down and back. If you have any idle arms, you can raise them off your head. Maybe you have two of them, go for two. And then try to come up any amount and feel a really strong sensation on the top of your thigh. And release. Switch to the other side. Be sure to pick up your knee before you let go of your foot, ankle, and repeat on the other side. Hip forward, chest lifted, knee pressed down and back, pulling on your ankle or your toes, or on the chair or on the floor. The unused arms can be extended overhead. And then come up any amount you can for a strong sensation at the top of your thigh. Gotta keep those thighs strong and long, protect your knees. That's the principal thing you need to focus on for good knees, that and keep flexing the knees as much as you can. And release when you're ready. Again, pick up your knee before you let go of your foot. And we can round this out just about perfectly by scooting forward, leaning back, and grabbing your shin. Bring it up towards your ear, raise and lower your foot. We're getting everything from the top of your head down to the big toe. Toe out, heel in. Keep stretching that glute that we just worked out a bunch while standing. And then squatting, you stretched it. That's good. Toe in, heel out. And then sit this one down and pick up the other one. Lift your chest, pull your shoulders back. Shoulder blades together and down. Raise and lower your foot. Keep raising your chest and your knee. Heel and toe out. Heel out. And then sit it down. You ready? Already hopefully sitting in the front edge of your chair so you can straighten out your legs. Drop to your heels, pull your toes back. Lift your chest. You can tighten your quads so you pick up your knees and tip forward. Start getting bored with that. You can play with twisting your foot. So you pull the big toe side towards you and push the little toe side away. Same time, you're pulling the whole top of the foot back toward you. That moves the stretch out to a different set of muscles in your back of your thigh. You can go the other way. First, start out pulling your feet back towards you, reaching out to the heels, and then twist your foot, pulling little toe towards you and the big toe away. And you move it to the inside. And you can turn your feet back and forth as you continue to stretch everything back there. And the knee back. You guys probably don't have to wear blankets or sweaters. It's an all island class today. I think you can lie flat on the floor if you like. Work on anything that's left over that hasn't been touched. I don't think we missed anything. before you get too settled in, I'd suggest we're going to do a little bit of a body scan. So crossing your fingers or palms on your tummy is a good way of doing that. If you start crossing your legs and arms, it messes up the body scan. So you want to make sure that you're reached out through your heels so your legs are fully extended. Take a nice deep breath and let it out as far as you can. And then take the inhale back in as far as you can. Close your eyes, get comfortable, and gently tip your feet just ever so slightly up and down. We were doing the full practice. The idea is for nobody to be able to see your foot actually moving, just that small emotion in the muscles. Feldenkrais. This is Feldenkrais's small motion practice. It's amazing. Anyway, as you move your feet, do you find any tension, any discomfort? You do offer some love, reassurance. Invite it to relax. Listen to what it has to say. And very gently move your feet, twisting back and forth the end of your leg. It's just like extending your leg and twisting your feet, except you barely move. See if you find any discomfort or tension that you can give attention to and relax. And gently lift your knees slightly and lower them. How are those muscles? And take your attention to your hips and very light, gently lift one hip and the other hip up. Kind of half of a pelvic thrust. How are those muscles? How do they feel? And take your attention to the top of your pelvis. Raise it and lower it slightly. So you're just tipping your pelvis. That's activating muscles in your core, lower back, abdominals. How does that feel? And take your attention to the bottom of your rib cage and very gently raise and lower it very slightly. You might do it with your breath. And take your attention to the top of your chest. Gently lift and lower the top of your chest. Feel what muscles are being activated. Now take your attention to your hands. Ever so slightly, ever so gently, squeeze your fingers and release them. And take your attention to your hands and you raise and lower slightly your hands, flexing at the wrists. And take your attention to your elbows, ever so gently and slowly raise and lower your elbows. Take your attention to your shoulders, and ever so slightly and gently lift one shoulder forward, let it come back. Lift the other shoulder forward, let it come back. Alternate. And then lift one shoulder towards your ear and press it away from your ears. You lift the other shoulder towards your ear and press it away. Alternate. And take your attention to your neck. Very gently, slowly move your chin back and forth, ever so slightly. Ever so slightly lift one ear and the other ear. Back and forth. And now I guarantee that we're going to work muscles all over your body from the bottoms of your feet to the top of your head. Ever so slightly, ever so gently raise your eyebrows. You can raise one and the other if you want. And take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you're seated, slide back in your chair, make yourself comfortable. If you're on the floor, make yourself more comfortable. After that body scan, you probably really are ready to just let yourself flow onto the floor. Chance to get my feet warm. Breathe slow, breathe deep. The toning today could be extraordinary for you because we've gotten so tuned into our bodies. You might really want to focus on where you feel the vibrations from the tones you make. The idea is for the ohms to vibrate your abdominal region. The ahs are to vibrate your heart, your chest, upper chest. So you may want to adjust the loudness of your toning to find where you get the most vibration in your body. Makes it a lot more fun. Either join me or not. Pick a toning or don't. Free play time. Palms together, thumbs to your chest, elbows to your sides. Sit tall, breathe deep.
Namaste. Namaste.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you had fun. I did. Hope you're going to drink a lot of pure water.